Hey, welcome to the inaugural video on our new channel, Outdoor Review. Just an opportunity for us to maybe inspire, encourage, and tell a story about the great outdoors, but also help everyone with equipment. It could be my wife sometimes, it could be me sometimes, but we are getting ready to outfit my Tacoma, which is pretty much basic, but we are going to deck it out with a lot of equipment along the way, and we're going to try to review what's good, bad, and ugly about the equipment that is out there. Because as we are this next year going to be going into 10 national parks, we want to do it well. So like this video, subscribe to the channel. But let's get into today's. We're going to be putting together today the Raconteur Bed Rack. This is the full size, not the mid size. They only make them for Tacomas at this point, and they're brand new. And so I look forward to putting them together. But let me forewarn you, I am not a professional at this. I'm a teacher. That's what I do for a living. So working with my hands is not necessarily my skill set. So one of the unique things about this channel is we're just wannabes. We're just a novice trying to get out in nature and enjoy God's wonderful creation. If you're a novice, maybe if you're a wannabe, maybe if you're ready to get out there, maybe if you're ready to deck out your Tacoma with some iKamper equipment, then this might be just for you. So let's jump into this. Well, I put it together. It only took me 3 hours. That should have taken me about 2 hours and 15 minutes. I didn't follow the instructions exactly to a T, but I will say this, the instructions are very good. There's like 6 steps, and of course, I missed putting some washers on in some strategic locations, had to take those apart, put them back on, but no big deal. No harm, no foul. But I did make some mental notes all along the way as I was putting it together. If you don't mind, I'm going to have my handy dandy filled notebook here that I'm going to kind of list them off to you. So if you're putting together the Raconteur, that you will jump into it and be able to enjoy the journey as much as the destination. It's awesome that the bed rack actually sets a little higher than the cab. If you've studied the iKamper situation, we've got the Sky Camp, and it fits the length of the bed rack, but it even comes over the cab a bit. So that's strategically planned for the iKamper. So I've listed out 6 learnings from putting the bed rack together. And first of all, it's have fun with it. It really is not that difficult. I told you in the introduction that I'm a novice, I'm a wannabe, I'm a teacher. I use my mouth and not my hands. Well, this requires the brains and the hands, and it comes together with 10 large pieces. And as you look at these 10 large pieces, you're gonna have 88 nuts and bolts and washers that you're going to use to put the rack together. So, and here's a couple of things to note, that whenever you reach these top crossbars, you're going to be using spring-loaded washers in the midst of the other flat washers. That's an important thing to note that I missed the first time going back through it. But that will also help carry the load, very important along the way. Number 2 is that it is in the metric system. All right, so just note that. It's not that big of a deal if you have a standard set, but it is the size 13 and size 17 millimeters that you're going to need. 13 for all the nuts and bolts along here, 17 whenever you mount it into the bed. Which is a kind of an important thing to note. And here's a negative, if you want to call it a negative. Don't expect customer support from iKamper in any kind of a phone call, in any kind of extra beyond an email. I tried as many ways as I could to get them to be able to be available for me to be able to call if I had problems. Absolutely not. In fact, if you find a number, it'll probably go to a voice recording. So I was able to find a phone number, but it went straight to voice recording. So just be prepared that the bad news is you're not going to have customer support. The good news is it's not that difficult to put together. Follow the instructions, have fun with it. Get your 17 and 18 millimeters together of ratchet sets, and you'll be able to do it in a couple of hours. It also utilizes the bed rails that are inside the Toyota Tacoma, which is kind of nice because several other bed racks that I looked at, you actually had to extract and take out the bed rails. So that still gives you other anchoring points as you're building out your truck. It's 130 pounds, okay? Realize that. And I realized when I got to driving it, I could feel that it drives a little bit different. Nothing too overwhelming, but it does have a little bit more of a weight in the back of the truck. Now, here's the good thing. The lines are perfect. Whenever you're looking out your rearview mirror, and the lines fit really nice in that you're not going to be obstructed. And another thing that's important is that there's no loud, obnoxious whistling or noises. I've had my sunroof open, my windows open, driving down the interstate at 70 miles an hour, no problems. No whistles, no loud noises. That's an important thing for me, as I want to enjoy it. So that's important. Hey, remember what the Raconteur means. It's a word that means a storyteller. So I hope as you put this together, you'll have stories to tell. I hope as you go out on your adventures into the nature, wherever you take it, that I hope you'll have many stories to tell from using the Raconteur Bed Rack. I recommend it. I give it A+ for its quality, for its ability to come together, for its ability to do what it's intended to do, to get you out in the great outdoors.